Welcome to AIM TV. I'm Roberta Wayhill, and I'm here with J.C. Romero. She's a board member with the California Indian Museum and Cultural Center.
Welcome.
Thank you for joining us. So, J.C., you just newly joined on the board of the museum.
Yes.
Can you talk about the museum? You just give an introduction of the exhibits and stuff that you have there.
Well, right now we have the Ishi exhibit, which is a long time exhibit there at the museum, and will be there for those who would like to learn the point of view from the Native perspective. There's a lot of things for children to do as well as adults. There's interactive activities. You can leave comments to the museum and how to better help serve the community. The California Indian Museum and Culture Center is a wonderful museum. I'm a fairly new museum member, and learning everything that it has to offer is just been a rewarding experience for me.
So with the Cultural Center, there is a museum that has has exhibits there, but also it provides a lot more services there, educational services. Can you talk about some of the other things other than the exhibits?
Yes, there is the lecture series that we do once a month. If your children are not able, or your school or your university is not able to participate at the museum, then you are able to maybe reach in and Google it and learn more about the different events that they have there at the museum. So I encourage those to, because that's one of the perks about the California Indian Museum and Culture Center, is that we realize that a lot of people cannot reach the museum due to budget cuts and things like that. So it's important to bring the museum to you, whether it's your school or your university. But there are many things that they are covering, and we're looking to a lot of future.
Okay, and the museum is actually located in Santa Rosa, California?
Correct, right off of the 101.
Oh, okay.
Easy on and easy off.
And is there, how do people find it on the web and to get the information on how to get there?
There's driving directions. When you plug that address in, it'll give you the directions northbound and southbound off the 101. It's really a wonderful drive, and I encourage folks to take a look at what we have to offer.
So I think it's really wonderful that this is actually a museum that's specific to California Indian and culture, as opposed to, like in Santa Barbara, we have our museum here is with the Natural History Museum, which has dinosaurs and a lot of other things. So I think this is really nice that it is specifically on California.
Yeah, it is, and one of the things that I've learned by being on this board is that the outreach to Indian communities is wonderful, because we're able to give the perspective of the Native communities to really encourage them to learn more about California Indians. They are a unique blend of individuals, very, very unique in the way that languages are being developed, curriculums are being developed, and history is being told in the way that it should be told, and so it's a different approach, but it's very knowledgeable for folks who don't know anything about California Indians.
So how is it that the museum came to be? Can you give a little history?
Well, I think the museum originated in 1988. It was a collaboration of folks who really wanted to bring together the museum and what it had to offer, and it's just a lot of dedicated individuals who really wanted to tell the story to California and the non-native communities, to give them a better idea, and I think it was just created by those folks.
So was it individual efforts within the community? They felt a need for these type of services, and Is it a native staff, native board?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Well, I'd say 51% of them are native folks, and we're constantly looking to achieve the fact that we have some strong individuals that would like to give points and collaboration issues, for everybody to come on board with.
Oh,
and
that's
so,
great.
yeah.
And what about partnerships within the community that the museum deals with?
There's lots of different new ways to collaborate. Like, for example, the National Indian Justice Center is one of the main people that I think, for me, my experience of being on the board is that you learn a lot through what they have to offer, the National Indian Justice Center.
Is that something that is a partnership, or is it actually joined in with the museum as well?
Yes, yes, it is.
Oh, so
Yes.
it's like a one-stop.
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes, it's very nice. It's very nice, and they have the different one-year events that happened. And again, it's just like a whole new experience for me being on the California Indian Museum and Culture Center and what they have to offer.
So can you talk about what the call that you got to bring you to the museum?
Well,
like, the passion that brought you there.
Well, I think my upbringing had a lot to do with that. My cultural teachings, more of it is just oral history, and how I would like to be a tool for my community and for people who are wanting to learn about whatever tribe you're from here in California. It's just getting that story out to tell kids and to tell adults about how important it is that they learn about their heritage. And I think how I ended up in this position has just been a passion. It's been a passion of mine to be not only a storyteller, but a singer and a dancer in my community. But also now I'm at a different time in my life where I think I'd like to take that approach and be able to be more pro-advocate to what is going on in the world today. So it's telling that story and being a part of a unique and dynamic group of individuals that are on that same path of trying to educate people about California history. And it's more for the people. It's their stories that the museum brings, and I think that's really what inspired me to want to be on this board. And as I've been on this board for about 2 years, I think meeting the different board members and hearing what they're striving for is probably, brought me more closer to wanting to be a part of this big movement of educating.
Oh, that's wonderful. I think, one of the, what's really important, especially with dealing with nonprofits, is the diversity of boards and the resources that they bring. Can you talk about some of the other board members and what's the table to really make this museum successful?
Well, I think it's just from everybody's different walks of life. We have many different people that I have not yet really got to know very well, but the main director, Joseph Myers, has been just been a wonderful person to be learning from, and he's just been wonderful to be a part of a team of educators and learning about how the world of today is. And sometimes it's not so easy when you learn about these issues in California, and you're learning about these things when you're going to school, and the stories aren't exactly told the way that you were taught in the elementary school. And as you grow older, you learn and learn to appreciate history a little bit more, which is where I'm at now. And so hearing the different stories and the different topics that the museum covers, like, for example, the newsletters that are sent out quarterly to members, and the topics that are being covered are